Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing semi well. It's like cold and hot at the same time because now I put on slippers and like that's messing with my whole bodily feeling. I don't know how to call it. Today I'm just finishing up an order. Oh, beautiful pumpkin spice colored shawl. Like this. It looks more brown now that I look at it, but this is the yarn I have, so that's what we're going with. The person wanted a burnt orange. This is more like a ginger kind of color. But yeah, because in photos it looks more orange than it is in real life. I hope it will be okay, but the person's not in person, so I can't pre-approve it. They like the photo they saw, but as I said, in photo it looks more orange. On the website, on Lion Brand's website, I'm using Lion Brand Pound of Love. Um, and I'm almost finished. I'm thinking that after this repeat, I'll go and do the border because otherwise it would have to go one more repeat and then just a simple border. But I wanted to go for a thicker look of a black border just for it to look more like an actual border than just an afterthought, because it's not that it looks bad, but it doesn't look as complete in my mind anyway. And I know that a black border was important to the customer, so that's why I'm thinking this. If it makes any sense. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. This pattern is in French though, so I'm not sure I can share it with you because most of you just speak English. Um, Disclaimer: I do not read French patterns. I learned to do what she was doing on screen mostly. That it's my first language, but you still have to learn the terminology. It's not like you just know a language so you know the stitches. That's not how it works, because a double crochet is a braid, and a braid means nothing in French. Like it's a horse thing, or it just means like a thing that is straight, but it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? So you still have to learn a whole terminology. It's like you're learning again to read patterns. It's not like I just know that this is this and this is that. Like a single crochet is a serré in French, and I'm just like, how the heck could I have guessed that? And they don't use chains. They use like up males. They use up males instead of chains, which is like not even an up male. They use an up something instead of a chain. That's what they call it. An up something. I don't remember what it is. Like an elevator thing. Like the terminology is not what it would be, essentially. Oh yeah, by the way, my old roommate is mad because I don't have a phone number and I can't call for him. Because he wants me to attest that he's a good payer for his new place. Well, he's a good payer. That's not really the problem. The problem is he's gonna wreck the fudging place. But anyway, I just want him to be to move his stuff from here, so it's not gonna be my problem anymore. But yeah, in French, chains Okay, so the first chain you do will be a male, and like when you up from something, or when you chain from something, it's an up something instead. Like it doesn't make much sense. Like in English, you would say chain two, skip two, because you're doing two chains and then you're waiting 2 stitches to put your next stitch in the corresponding stitch. But in French, you don't do that. In French, you do a chain that gets you up somewhere else, and it's so confusing because like the spatial um thing of crochet is not the same. Like in different languages, you have different awareness of things, and just things. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining it right, but you just have different planes of existence almost, just because of the way you speak about them. So instead of um doing a stitch that is imaginarily over these 2 stitches that you're skipping in English, in French you're actually not skipping anything. The stitch is actually there. So yeah, it's been confusing for me to learn that. And puff stitches are flies in French. They're flies, which I'm like, why? Why is a puff stitch a fly? Why is it a fly? If anyone can tell me, it doesn't look like a fly, but okay. I wish I knew. Believe me. This pattern here, it has so many puff stitches. The puff stitches are the big bundles that you see here. That are bumpy, like here. That are those are puff stitches. Could you also have different ones? You have popcorn stitches and another one that I don't remember. So yeah, in different languages, spatial the spatiality of things, not the speciality, but like the spatiality. I don't know the word for that. Well, I can't think of it right now. Of things is different. Just like in the UK, a double crochet and a single crochet are the same because they see it as you are doubling up because you're yarning over, and a half double is like completely different. I don't remember what the term is for it. And like a double crochet is a treble because you go 3 times over your hook. Like you do 1, 2, 3. You do 3 movements. So that's why it's a treble crochet in the UK. But in the US it's a double because you just um yarn over and pull twice, you know? It's just a different way of seeing the whole thing. But you just have to relearn every time. So that's why I can't read French patterns even though I speak French fluently. Because I learned in English and it's way simpler like that. Makes more sense to my brain anyway. Oh, so anyway, I just told the guy to just give them my email. They want to email me, I'll tell them yes, yes, he pays, blah, blah, blah. I'm almost tempted to send them the proofs of all the things he's broken in the apartment, but like, I don't want to get in trouble if he lashes out at me. So, like, anyway, at this point, I don't really care anymore that he's in a good place because I don't want him screwing me over. He's done that plenty already. You know, when you lose empathy for a person because they've just treated you as a subhuman all this time. Anyway, it's all a confusing mess sometimes, which that's okay. But I hope you're doing well today, everyone. Let me know in the chat how your Wednesday's going and what you're up to today. If you're making anything fun or you're just passing the time at work, because sometimes that happens. Good water. Okay. So yeah. This is nice yarn, but it's buttery in a sense that, it's soft, but it messes up my fingers when I use it. A lot of yarns do this for me. They leave residue on my fingers, and that's really difficult, sensorily speaking, for me to deal with. So I would give the texture of the yarn a 10 out of 10, but like also just the fact that sensory way is a nightmare for me, that I would not probably be buying more of this if I can avoid it. If I don't get more orders for Lost Soul shawls, I will probably avoid buying this again. This is not a Lost Souls, but I've been choosing to buy this instead of the other because it's a better price to quantity comparison when you make a shawl, because you use a fudge ton of yarn, if I can say it like that. But this is 1,000 meters, which means it's enough to make a large shawl out of it, like a very long shawl. Because this is worsted weight. Normally, like, you would use 800 or even less if you're making a regular sized shawl with a bigger yarn. This is worsted. I would usually use sport weight for a shawl. Or DK, sometimes I use DK yarn when it's the only option for a color. Like my Beetlejuice one, obviously it was hand dyed yarn, so I had to use what I already had, So it was made with that, but I would avoid going too big usually. Because cost wise, it's not cost effective to use worsted hand dyed yarn, but this is just acrylic, so it's fine. And it's really soft because this is premium acrylic, so okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going super well and smoothly. It's not splitting at all, which is good for yarn. Well, I guess it could be a little bit splitty sometimes, but since I'm using a resin hook, it's been doing relatively well for that, I would say. Yeah. Furls are pretty good for that. They don't split. Don't split the yarn, which I like, because I don't really mind personally. It's more of a matter of, is this yarn soft? Is this yarn nice? Is this yarn a color that I enjoy? Because I'm willing to put up with a little bit more shit if a yarn is nice. Because that's just me. That's just my character. the most important thing for me is to have something that I really like the look of. It's not so bad if I swear a little bit along the way because I'm already dyspraxic and dysgraphic and I already struggle. So, like, if I have a yarn that's not perfectly doing things the way you want, it's not that bad for me anyway. Like, I put up with it for a nice, beautiful yarn, sparkly, um, split cotton, and things like that. I don't mind. The sparkle will catch. It will catch no matter what you do, because that's the nature of it. It's a loose thread that is added and is metallic. Like, there's no way around that, you know? Because I don't know if I want to do a last row after this one before I change the color, or if I just do another repeat in black after I finish the next row, and after that will be it. I don't know. We don't know. Stop inviting me to add to scammy posts. Also, I'm getting rope burn from this yarn, from just pulling it. So, like, it's nice, it's okay, but it's still rough. Oh, hold on, I gotta be disgusting for a second. I apologize. Alright. I have to do it again. Because of this. Okay. Because the maker recommends doing the border when you're at the last repeat, but the last repeat is very empty. Like it's just a thing with spaces in it, which I don't like that. So I don't know if maybe I want to make a different border altogether. I'm contemplating right now. As long as it's finished before I leave, because like I can't be taking with me a shawl. I'm already having to discard all the shawls that I've made so far. I don't know if I'll be able to bring them. I'm sad because that's a few $100 worth of stuff. Like maybe I can put one of or two in my suitcase if it fits, because I already have clothes in there. Now, let me know if you have an idea of what I can do with my stuff, really. Because I'm already donating a lot and I need ideas that will get me money. I can't just be giving everything away as generous as I know, like, people keep telling me, give stuff away, Winter, be nice and generous. But, like, I'm poor. So, like, I can be generous, but, like, I'm poor. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to complain, but also I need to think about the fact that I won't be able to eat if I don't sell stuff, you know? It's like if you have ideas of what to do that might help and actually sell before I'm gone, that'd be nice. But yeah, I don't really like working with that. I might sell the dark red. Or I'll try. Maybe it's just because the hook is sticky, because like it's been glued to my computer. Because like it keeps getting pushed by my stuff, because I have a lot of stuff on my desk, and this is resin, so it melts. I don't even know if I'm making any sense right now, but come with me, nonsensical crochet. Nothing needs to be clear in life, although I wish it was. I'm almost done with this row though. Yeah, by the way, I was telling you about that thing I used to watch, at least. and that's gone sour. I think I just found an out, like without looking like a villain, which I think is a good thing. I think so, at least. Because, like, I've been feeling sad about that. Okay, so if I do it here, the change, what will it be like? Yeah, I think I can just like have a different border, maybe. We'll do that. It's still a very small shawl, but the person said they were okay with a small shawl, so we'll do a small shawl. So we're gonna go get the black. Ouch. My back's broken right now. If you know, you know. And I'm here. So I'll tell you more about this if you want to know. Ouch. But a friend's friend, more like an acquaintance, was looking at my stuff because like my stuff was shared a lot when I got evicted the first time. Well, the first time when I got like the court thing. Um, no, not that. When my power was getting shut down. When my power was getting shut down. And so she ordered this from me. So that's, yeah, that's what it is. And she said it's okay if you just make it a small one because like also people have budgets, you know. I was like, okay, I'll try to make it as cheap as possible for you because I know you told me you're on a budget, but like this is as little as I can price it right now. She's like, okay, that's fine. Um, but also like with the shipping is gonna be super expensive for this because this is a shawl. Like shipping will be like $30 or such for large packages. It's like that in Canada. It is crazy, but it's true what I'm saying. By the way, I know it doesn't sound, but it is. This one is softer than the premium, and it's not even premium, which is so weird. And after that, I think I'm just gonna do double crochets instead of the suggested border, because I don't like the suggested border. Also, I don't want to have to look at the video painfully again. It's mostly that, to be honest with you. And I don't like the way she changes rows. Like, she does a single crochet in the base of the stitch, and then she up trains to, like I was saying, you like in French she was up something instead of chaining, and then she marks and chains again instead of saying chain 4 and just work in the top of your treble crochet, and just instead of just saying like chain 3, like chain 5, and then work in the on the top in the top of the last treble crochet. Like normally that's what you do, but instead of that she just went single crochet, which is called a tight mail in French, or you would say stitch, but mail and stitch is like the same word. Not mail like a letter, but mail like chain mail. You know what I mean? French is really weird anyway. That's why it's confusing. If you know French patterns, you know what I mean. And that is why a lot of people go into misunderstandings with French people, is because the language is set in a way, not French, but the French, if you know, if you understand what I'm trying to say, not in a derogatory way, but like just the way French is in France specifically. The language is set up in a way that changes the space. Like I was trying to explain you the other, like earlier. If, for example, French people are more inclined to tell you branded ideas instead of the accurate ideas, like concepts. They talk in concepts more than in phrases, really. It's really difficult to explain, but that's where I was telling you where it would come up, like go like do the up thing, not chain, but the up thing that I forgot what word she was using, but instead of just going skip to what I'm trying to say. That's what I mean when I say they talk more in concepts and um ideas than actual actions, and the whole language and their jokes and everything is like that too. So yeah. For example, their school years are not in years, they're in numbers and letters, so like CM1 and all of that, and I have no fudging clue what it means. And their college is when you're a kid. Like you go to college when you're like a young teenager in France, but you know that here it's a university, it's a pre-university level in Quebec, but in the US it's a university level. Like if you go to community college, it's pre that, I guess, but they also have like college, which is university in US, but in Quebec it's actually not. And like in the other provinces, you go directly to uni. You don't go to college, or you maybe they call it college there too. I don't know, but they don't have CEGEP like we have in Quebec. CEGEP is the collegial level in Quebec. That leads to misunderstandings. Because, like I'm telling you, in France, college is more a concept than an actual school, and that is why they use it in a different way than the rest of the planet. Because for them, it doesn't mean university. It's not an institution for them. It's just like college. It's just an idea in their head of a person dressing like proper and sitting at the desk. Like, I don't know the full history of it. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but like, I'm only going from what people told me, okay? Because I did ask some people, why is your college when you're a kid? And they were like, oh, because it's like, hold on, if I'm not mistaken, is when you're a young teen, right? College ages. Okay, no, it's older teen. No, 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 no. Okay, yeah, it's younger teen. It's a first 4 years of secondary school, so like high school. It's before lycée, which is like the end. But yeah, college is like when a kid starts to be proper, um, in their in the way they see it anyway. That's what I was explained. I used to be on a French forum, and it's like for them it's more formal, and that's why they call it that. But it's not like it's not the same thing as the rest of the planet uses, and that's what I'm trying to explain. Also, I'm not trying to be mean, mind you. I know that I sound mean, but I'm just trying to explain why there is a lot of misunderstandings sometimes with different cultures, different countries, different languages. For example, English is much more um, imprecise in language, which it makes it hell to speak when you're autistic, by the way, to be really honest with you. Anyway, but yeah, it's more like you could use any old word to mean a phrase and it would be okay. Like, it would fit. If you just believe it hard enough, you could say a table and mean a battery or tape or a chair or something. I'm just like giving you a general idea. I'm not trying to make fun, I promise. This is maybe exaggerated, but like, if I find an example, I'll tell you, okay? But if, for example, grammar is more mobile in English than it is in French, you can swap out the order of words, and people still understand you. Like, people talk in any weird ways, and that wouldn't pass for maybe an English class, but like, there is a way you're supposed to say words in a context. Like, if you say a small purple panda, it's size qualifier first, then color, and then the noun. And there is a precise order for all those things. But if you say a purple small panda, people still understand you. Whereas in French, un petit panda mauve, the noun is before the color, and if you say a petit mauve panda, then people are confused because mauve is not interchangeable. It would become the noun here, so your mauve would be the panda, but in English it's not like that, because people will stick more on the fact that okay, you just swapped the words, it's okay, we get it. Like a purple small panda, people will see the words more, each in a box, each word in a box, and see them individually. Where in French, if they're not all together, like it's a soup with ingredients, all right, and if they're not in the right order, the sense is altered. Because even if it makes it proper, grammatically proper in English, people still get it. In French, people will probably still understand because they have a brain, but like in their mind, it will sound like you're saying that your purple is panda and not the other way around. Yeah, French people, especially in Quebec, like this is a thing. I can't speak for France because I'm not from there. I know I know that this is a big thing. Like, don't go around calling your purples pandas. That's not right. People will get mad at you. Especially French teachers. Oh my goodness, teachers are the worst here. Like, if you say bon matin, which is good morning, you're doing an Anglicism. You're a horrible person. Yes, we know it's an Anglicism. It doesn't make it improper use. Just because it's an English translation of a word, because you have to say bonjour, which is good day, but it's a word. But bon matin is not a word or an expression. It's not proper. It's not proper in French. It's not usable in French, but it still means what it means. So leave us alone. Like, people, if you say bonjour, don't feel the sentiment of good morning. They feel the sentiment of hello, because it is much more used in the way of hello. If you know, um, don't know if I'm making sense, but anyway, that's the thing. People will say it interchangeably with hello. They'll say bonjour, hello, bonjour, hi, bonjour. In English is hi. We say that a lot in Quebec. Bonjour, hi, because we're not allowed to only use English alone. It has to be with French. So if you go to a cafe and you're trying to get served, they will say bonjour, hi, instead of just hi. Even if you speak English, they're obligated to do it this way. They can say just bonjour, but they cannot say only hi. Yeah, I know it's weird. Sorry, but yeah, that's what it is. A lot of Anglophobia in Quebec. In Quebec. Quebec. I love mispronouncing Quebec. It shows how unpatriotic I am. Don't think I'm making much sense, to be honest with you. And I'm probably misspeaking because I'm trying to interpret a language that I struggle in explaining concepts in general in my life because of the brain fog. But like, I wish I could just get it across. It's just that it's a lot more confusing than people seem to think, especially for me personally. I'm sorry. Leaning Tower glosses. What? I'm always amazed by that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at weird things. Hello. But yeah, about the purple panda thing. Well, there are no purple pandas, but like as a kid, you would get yelled at for using words like that. a blue chair in French is a chair blue. But if you say blue chair, like if you say bleu chaise, you get called the R word. You get called a slur. I've been called a slur by teachers before. Maybe not like main teachers, but like the extra teachers. What's the name for that again? The ones that are there to replace yours when they're not there. But I've been called pretty mean stuff before, and yeah, when you get like confused and things like that. Yeah, French. In French, like people tend to be quite ableist. It's weird. I've not quite seen that in English. Also, maybe it's because I've not been educated in English. But even as an adult in French, you get called like you get people get on you for not using the proper things, whereas in English there are a few assholes online, but like you can talk whatever way you want and people are like, okay, they will put the words in the right order in their mind and they'll leave you to fudge alone most of the time with decent people anyway. Like I like my own people in my life would openly laugh out loud at me for wording something the wrong way. Well, some people do it. Like I have subscribers who do it, but we know these are just a-holes. They're just sad online people. But yeah, it's just I feel like it's much more common in French for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like I said, I was educated in it. But nowadays I use English much more, so I don't know. I have good experience in both languages at being in the circumstances where it would happen, I believe. I'm not trying to say that French is an ableist language. Maybe just that this very strict rules prepares it for a much more strict approach and a much more hands-on dismissiveness, maybe. But like I've been called stupid by professors in college for misspelling their names that was misspelled on the syllabus. Anyway, it's a class plan that we call it where I am, but like her name was, I checked. It was like on the portal of the class, I believe that I checked her name, but it was misspelled. And then on the class plan, it was spelled correctly. But I went with the spelling that I saw first, which I probably should have checked. But you'd like to think that a professor's name is spelled right on the college's website, right? Anyway, I did check and her name was misspelled and she called me a bunch of stuff for that. She was like, "You dumbass, you didn't even check how to spell my name." And I was like, "Oh, I did." Anyway. She was like, you're in college and you misspell a professor's name, like you're so unprofessional." Also, she gave me a lot of crap for being this graphic, which I'm like, not even my fault. But whatever. She's like, "You cannot use two different colored pens. It's unprofessional. Your thing is botched and disgusting." Well, pens are not fudging eternal. I'm not gonna buy a pen of the same color just to finish an assignment. And I'm not gonna start again. If you wanted it properly and clean, you should have asked it to be typed out instead of written by hand. You cannot guarantee that something will be clean if it's written by hand. Even if you ask uh, people at their jobs, like in their office or whatever, because people struggle with things and a hand is not fucking foolproof, people. We have oils and stuff on our hands, and people write in ways that smudge. It smudges. I run my hand across the paper because I'm dysgraphic and I have to keep my hand close to the paper. Anyway, yeah, I'm pissed at that professor. She was not nice. And she thinks like she's the shit for teaching us proper and saving us from our millennial ways, basically, or Gen Z, because there weren't a lot of millennials in the class. We were maybe like 3 to 5 millennials, and the rest of them were Gen Z. Because that's when I came back to college. Because I've been back and forth for like 10 years. That's the last time I went when I graduated, actually. Was quite a fun time. But yeah, that professor in particular was not that. She wasn't it. She wasn't it. You don't want people like that teaching your children, is what I would say. Should almost torture us for not knowing past participle, which I'm like, nobody fudging does, you. Yeah, make us do exercises. She would claim that our exercises would cure us from not knowing it. She had that claim. If you do it proper, if you do it like I ask, and if you do it with attention, after that you will never have a problem again. My dear, you've never heard of CPTSD, and that's the reason I don't have past participle down, because I've done all the exceptions and all the bullshit rules that you had us do. You do that in primary school, you stupid, ignorant person. But guess what? I forgot, like, 5 minutes after doing the exercise. I forgot how to do all the things. I know the rule of the past participle, but I still struggle with it because there's a lot of specific cases and things. But it's like you get the thing wrong in that, and like nobody cares if you put an A or just an E, because people still understand what the heck you're writing. This past participle is just um I've been, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, or have. Anyway, it's complicated because it exists with the verb to be and the verb to have. So in French, anyway, that's the way it is. Um, and it has 2 different rules how to um conjugate or accord. I don't know. Anyway, how to do it. But it's a bunch of complicated stuff for no reason. Because, like I said, half the population doesn't know how to do it. I do, but I forget every time I have to actually do it. Because, like I said, it's different, and your brain doesn't do the thing. Like, my brain personally doesn't do the thing because I have CPTSD, but yeah, I'm just gonna do double crochets from now on. Or no. I think this needs I'm gonna try to do a full row of double crochets. Okay, so this is 3. 1, 2, 3. I think it might work. Oh, no, it's not gonna work because it has skips. Okay. Then we're gonna have to figure that out later. Which I will do later because I've already done 2 rows. I'll be doing something else. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Also gonna put this where it's supposed to be. I said that. Don't know if I want to take this with me because I don't like it so far. It annoys me to no end. When a yarn annoys you, it's not a good sign usually. It's gonna go pee. Hold on, this isn't the way. Hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you when our common goal was waiting for the world to end. Sorry, I just went into Black Sheep. The metric version. I like Brie Larson's version, but the metric version is much better. It's a good. I have a little black obsidian here. It shielded me from my last roommate's bad vibes. It's mostly the purpose of this. So I spent my whole days here. So this is for that. Thank you, little stone. It's very useful. Yeah. I always forget to put on my pentacle too. I have a pentacle for the vibes. Okay, I think I will weave in my ends because I've not done that. I'll try to weave in the ends. Look at the beginning here. The orange and black threads. Maybe we'll do something else. I'm not sure. So yeah, fans have started singing "Meow Meow Meow Meow" at Billie Eilish's concerts. When she sings "What Am I Made?" What I Was Made For, and like she started doing it too. Such a victory, right? Imagine as a fan you do something dumb and like not stupid, and like after that the singer starts to do it too. That must feel such like a victory. I don't know. She was like meow 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 meow. Yeah, it's a thing on TikTok. What I was made for. I used to float. Now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now what I was made for. I can't sing, so that's why I'm speaking instead. Okay, so this is like the whole thing. But the place where I have to do the puff stitches are in these. Like you have to skip. Where do I have to? Oh yeah, okay. I have to skip and go on over there and put the stitch there, so I wouldn't have to skip anything. Okay, it's 3 stitches. Yeah, no, it's still converted into 3 stitches, so I don't know why I was worried. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. Maybe I'll check the tutorial later and do the actual border that I'm supposed to. Oh, I think it looks genius though. Look at that. Hold on. It looks really dainty right now. I don't know if she wants me to do a more hands-on border. Maybe I'll do that. It's so beautiful. Like, look at the texture of the shawl. Yeah. All right. I think I'm tired of doing this for now, so we'll take a whatever break. I'm going to be painting and doing, I don't know. No, I'm just reading posts. We're bored today. Oh, this lonely right now. We'll pack. That's what we'll do. Did someone just call a banana an impact device? Did I just read that right? Okay. I mean, I don't think it would be very good, especially if it's old. Whatever. TikTok is weird. You read it here first. Maybe I just misread what the guy was saying. I hope I did. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna pack more stuff. Hoping to pack yarn. But this is probably gonna go in the donation pile. This is the start of a blanket I did for someone, but I don't have to use up more yarn and finish this. I don't know. It's fun, but like, I'm put off of it. Maybe I'll finish it. I don't know. I have to throw away a few projects at least. I cannot bring everything. I cannot bring everything because if I do, it will be the end of everything good and pure in this life. I'll just go and spill this all on somewhere in my room. This is, this is a Canadian Tires box. And it's quite big, so I think I'm gonna fill it with yarny. Okay. This is all yarn I'm working with, so it's gonna stay in that part here. I need the black because I'm using it for my skinny puppy blanket, which I do not think that will get done before the move. Maybe. Yeah, I'll keep the yarn here in case, but not sure that will happen. Most of these colors, like the Mega Ball, is getting parted with. I'm not keeping all of this. Okay, so the Pound of Love I'm not keeping. I don't like the texture. It's like not clam, but like it's like ugh. It makes my hands clammy for real. Like it makes them ugh. It makes them anyway. It makes them weird. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Like keeping the superwash, the Lion Brand Superwash Merino, and the reason why is simply because I'm allergic to merino, and this yarn is not good enough for me to keep. It's wonderful and it's good, but it's brown, and it was nice for the project I used it for. So it was for a blanket. Now I wanted to make a hat out of this, but not getting done, so I'll close the tab. Shut up. Stop giving me ads, please. Yeah. So this is getting put in a bag, and this will go on its merry way to someone's life. If you want to buy it, write to me on Instagram. Like, I'll send it to you for like $10 plus shipping. In Canadian, obviously. So like, if you're in the US, it's be like 20 something. Mind you, this is merino. This is DK merino. It's very good. It's just that I don't like the color enough to justify using something that will make me sneeze all the time. So this is in my pile of things I'm parting with. Oh my, good for the throat. Okay, what else? I have a lot of like neons here. You know, the ones that I used for the blanket. The mosaic blanket. Yeah, I don't know. I want to keep them, but it all boils down to, does winter have space for this? We're gonna keep the cotton, even if it makes my fingers rough, which I don't like. This is mercerized cotton. This is quality yarn. I'm keeping the quality yarn. I also want to make a big project out of that. So I'm gonna frog the little bag that I made. Maybe not this one because this one is for an order. I just need to send it. But the small bag I'm sending. Maybe I'm frogging this and making a huge one. Is what I'm saying. It's very cute. Very cute. I could keep it. Like as a little bag. Like, I don't know. It's very cute. I could donate it too. So yes, this. I keep some yarns that I would like to pass before moving here. So I'm not gonna pack those. I have something. It's gonna be my hexagon blanket, but I need more yarn for it. I'll show you real quick. Oh, I'll make a TikTok out of this. It's pretty good. Look at that. So far, I have a lot of these attached. And the black dots you see that I put are the ones that I've made. So I'm still missing a few squares, a few hexagons and that. I wrote like the number, and I wrote all of them that I already did. So I need to empty these skeins of yarn. And this is the thing. I'm attaching them all with black. Yeah. It's a pretty good project. Maybe I'll make a TikTok. I don't know. Let me see if I can. Yeah, no, it's not together enough for that rate. It's pretty great. I'm using a slip stitch to do that, a zigzag slip stitch to join it. Yeah, maybe I'll try to make a TikTok. Maybe if I do that. It's a bit too slow. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, good. Then maybe if I check the pile of hexes. Oh, you can still see me even if my stuff is in front of the screen. This is my camera is higher. That's great. There are some yarns that I need to still buy for this, but this will be when I have money, which could be in 1,000 years. So we're not pressed. It's not pressing. We're relaxing. Oh, huh. This is from a scarf. I need to do more things with this. Okay. Okay, I have a bunch of yarns. So I have a bunch of yarns here and things. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's just a bunch of hexes that I'll dispose evenly on the table. Okay. Don't need the plan anymore. Don't remember how I've been doing those. Oh, I've been doing that. So I've been doing 1 chain, 2 chains, and then doing that. Okay, I think I've been doing the same thing. I've been joining them the same way I did the donation blanket, I think. I tend to forget how I do stuff when I've not touched it in like months. I was working on this last winter, actually, I think. Okie dokie. I have 3 different reds, but I need to make a lot more of those. It's my favorite color, but I've been being lazy with them. Yeah. Oh, perfect. And then the orange. Yeah. And then I have 3 different greens, but I want to buy more. Okay. These are just all the hexagons. You can't see what I'm doing, but it will be worth it. I'll upload the video to my shorts too. Yeah, okay. Let me put this all back now. Snip. This I'm taking with me. This will be a blanket that I use in daily life. I mean, it's pretty, so you need that, right? We're just gonna fold it though. Still a bunch of sides and little bits that need to be attached. Like, you see how floppy? That's because once I join a new row of hexagons, then I go back and I go in these and I join them. This is the 4th row that I've been joining. And it's gonna have a thick black border once I'm done, but this is a long ongoing project, meaning that I plan to keep adding hexagons randomly as I use the blanket. Like, it's gonna get added on and it's gonna get huge and have a weird shape, which I love weird shapes. It's not meant to be all nice and aesthetically pleasing. Like that. That way. That doesn't need to be in a box though. Because this is a bag. I can just like stuff it in the car as I go. Hold on. This is the wrong way around. Okay. Yeah. This is so gorgeous. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. The plan important because I'm following it as close as I can. And that's what I said. Like, I have a set number of hexes and I made extras, but like here I have the down here. Where with the legend I have the number I want of each. Which is like the number that is on here, but the shape will be different and I'll just be adding more and more here and there. Like, this corner needs one more, this corner needs one less, just so that the shape is not, like I said, I don't want it to be a perfect rectangle. That's what I'm trying to convey. There. Perfect knot. Whoa. Eh. Okay. There. Now you have a big bag. Okay. I just wanted to show you that real quick, but that I'm bringing with me for sure. Some of these I still need. Okay. My phone is losing battery by being like this. What do I do? Okay, I have a tower here of yarns. Oh, these are like scraps. This is like a tiny hint of a roll of Obi ribbon. XL maybe? No, I don't know if it's XL. I sold a bunch to Antoinette, which is the hooked ribbon here. I need to pack that and send it on its way, but I already have the label. I'm gonna be doing that later because I have another order. I sold 2 of my cakes, which I can show you. But here, this is what I sold. I sold these 2 cakes here to a lady on Instagram, which I had sold to before, I think. But she's going to be enjoying these much more than me because I've not been making a lot of shawls lately, so hopefully she'll find something cool to do with that. Okay. Anyway. I just walked and stuff. Yeah. So as much as I love those, gosh, they have wool. They're Halloween. They're nice. Also, I wanted to make more tops, things like that, but I don't know because I have one going on there. I have to finish this. I think I have more than enough yarn to actually finish it, so I don't know that I actually want to bring any of these with me. That will have to be determined then. I'm gonna put them back. Okay, and I have a ton of. I have more red and stuff. I could make scrubbies. I still have scrubby yarn. Yeah, I'm gonna make round scrubbies. I'm gonna make a round scrubby. Okay, it's the center pull. I'm gonna try to make a round scrubby. 5 mils should be. I was using 4 mils for these. Because I like them to be close by. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. 4.5. We'll try 4.5. I think I have a 4.5. I have a 3 here. 4. And yeah, we're gonna try a 4.5. Because scrubby pads are really good. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a doubled pad though. It's white, so it changes color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, We'll do 20. 1, or I'll try. We're gonna do doubles. And then we're gonna fold it together. Don't even know if I have enough. I think I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I use them in the bat. They're great. 9. And it's just the fact that it's doubled on itself. It really, really scrubs your skin clean, which I like. Useful. I've been liking that. So the idea is just you make it very, very long and then you fold it on itself and you join it all together, like you stitch it all together, and after that you make a little handle. I have an orange one and a green one so far, so I'll have a white now. I have to clean them too. My grandpa's been struggling with his slippers. He says that the sole is too soft, but it's like a regular hard sole. We're trying to figure that one out. He says that it folds when he walks, which is obviously his sole is gonna walk. So like we're trying to find something stiffer. I don't even know if I could making that by crochet because yarn folds, but I'm thinking about it. Okay, I have 20, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna start in the first and not skip. One, whoa, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry, I'm counting only for the first few rows. 7, 8, 9. Wait, I have to redo the 9th. 9, 10. 2, whoa. It gets stuck. So annoying. I think this is 20. I might be wrong. Okay. 1, 2. I'm missing one. Mm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might be a bit big. And we'll make a jumble. 8, 9, 10. There's an anomaly, but okay. I could have gone for yeah, I think I'm gonna go for less. I'm gonna go for 15 instead. Gonna frog and start again. We love to do that. One, 2, 4. I'm sorry. I'm doing double crochet. And I got 15. Okay, I think I'll skip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The only thing is the last stitch you do is in the chain when you do that, which I don't use it anymore a lot because I prefer how it looks when you work into the first stitch of the row, like you would be doing for um, tapestry crochet or color work. This is not fun to work with because like the last loop on your hook tends to split and you go through instead of pulling the yarn through. You pull like the second strand through and then the last doesn't because you already pulled through that loop with your other previous loop that you had on your hook. It doesn't make sense, I'm sorry, but I'm doing double crochet. So like you pull through and then you yarn over and pull through again, but it tends to pull through before you do that. You see? That's gonna be doubled if folded on itself. Yeah, because I don't think I have enough yarn to do that, but it will be a small scrubby. Since I've been liking them, I gotta use that up and use it for bath stuff, bath time. It's really nice. It scrubs your dead skin cells. It's really good for exfoliation. And for that deep cleaning, this is plastic scrubby yarn, not the cotton variety. I prefer this one actually. It's a bit rougher, but it's very nice. And my skin is used to it now, so it doesn't get red or anything. Which, yeah, I enjoy good cleaning. But this one is white though, so it will discolor quite quickly, but that's okay. I use it for what it needs to be used for cleaning. Help me. I was on this kick of making Halloween scrubbies. This is Hirschner's yarn. And they had packs of Halloween scrubby yarn. I got one. was making like, these round scrubby pads that you'd use for the kitchen and such. I made so freaking many of them. So yeah. I didn't make enough of these cleany ones. Might have to order more of this just to make pads. Because I really like scrubby pads. I, for some reason, want yellow ones. Or yellow and black. Like a bee. The sensations overwhelming. I've been listening to Green Day lately. American Idiot. Sorry, but as a teenager, I loved that, and especially as a kid, like maybe 12 to 13, 14, around that age. Listen to it a lot. Then I didn't really like Green Day anymore. I've been nostalgic and looking back at music that I used to enjoy when I was younger. I might do a little Simple Plan run. I don't even like Simple Plan anymore, but I'm so nostalgic. Also, these are music that were played by the band where they had their predatory bassist, which, ew, I was a big fan of when I was a kid. I didn't know and it wasn't out, but not a nice guy. He was kicked out. Or he took a reflective break from the group. They decided to go on without a bassist. I'm wondering when they're live, did they superimpose like a bass track? Because they still tour. What do they do? Do they just like put the track on top? Like on the music? I would guess that's what they do because they have two guitar players. For real, they have two guitar players. They have a very guitar heavy sound, I guess. The Simple Plan is not really my type of stuff. Yeah. As a teen, I loved it. As a young teen, like as a kid, at 11, 12, I had such a crush on that stupid bassist, which I hate now because I know that he did stuff, but when you don't know and you're blissfully unaware, yeah, when you're a kid, it was very disappointing for me to find out what he had done. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my feelings a lot. Even though I don't know him and it's not about me, but like, when you're a kid, you can go a bit overboard with the parasocial thing. And that was like, oh, anyway, it hurt my soul to find out what he had done. That's all. So it's like, what if I had met him? What if he had done that to me, like being predatory with fans and whatnot? Like, I was a cute, girly kid. Like, I wasn't out back then, and I was hyper feminine because I didn't know that I was trans. I was a gender. I didn't know that back then. I knew that I didn't feel like a girl, but I compensated by being super feminine because I thought that's what I had to do. So maybe he would have predated on me. Who fudging knows? Like, just that thought is scary as heck. I looked cute at that age. I didn't look like a troll like I do now. I look like a cave troll right now. But I didn't back then. That's all you need to know. I was cute. I didn't have a lot of self-confidence, which I do now, but which I just called myself a cave troll, but I still love the way I look and I love myself. I just know that I'm not conventionally attractive. I don't really care about that, but it's still true that I'm not. But you still get confidence even if you don't look good. And that happens because you like yourself enough to say like, F you, I don't care, you know? But as a kid I hated myself, but I was good looking. I had a reasonably decent body. Now it's a little bit messed up, but it's okay because it's for me. Now it's not for anyone else, you know. But back then, that's not how I thought. And this is already halfway through, so that's pretty good. I'm just like gonna go down the sides and everything and make sure it's joined solidly. But yeah, that's the reason I do have self-confidence now. It's because at a certain age you learn that it doesn't matter how people perceive you does not give you value. What gives you value is the way you perceive yourself. If you hate yourself, you're never gonna I messed up that word there, but you're never gonna value yourself. Therefore society, you don't have any value in society because to yourself you're not even something. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I keep messing up words. I'm very sorry. Please be understanding. My mouth is speaking too fast for my brain to process. But you're never gonna, yeah, because nobody is truly gonna value you. People value you according to what you can do for them most of the time, which most people won't admit this, but it's still true. Like, you have loved ones, maybe you have a boyfriend, but like you would leave him if he was no value to your life. That doesn't mean that you don't really love him, but that means that you love him because of what he brings in your life. You know? If he was just a crap person that you just love because. No, I mean, if he was a bad boyfriend that you love because he's a good person, like, most of you would still break up with them. So that means that you love them, yes, but they're bringing something into your life, and that's a selfish thought. But being selfish is not a bad thing, and like people get so defensive about that. But it's not bad to care for your well-being before others, because you gotta fend for yourself, kind of, a little bit. At least that's how I see that. Oh, look at that! Only a few rows and it's gonna be finished. I don't know if I have enough yarn, but we'll try. But like, that's a thing. Valuing yourself is more productive than seeking value in people, or than valuing others. It's so important to place value in others, because we're a society and we depend on others a lot. We're like clan individuals. We thrive in groups and things like that. Humans need connection. A lot of them do anyway. Not if you consider certain mental health conditions and such. Maybe some people don't need as much of a connection to others as others do, but a lot of us thrive even if we're in a poor mental state and affirm our need to be alone. When we have moments where we connect, we thrive and we're happier. Don't think I've ever seen someone more miserable with their loving friends and safe spaces than they were by themselves. Although that can depend on a lot of things, but if you're trusted people who people who feel like you're alone, people who you can feel as comfortable as you're when you're by yourself. If you find people like that, most of the time you're gonna be happy. You're still gonna be happy. At least to the level you'd be by yourself anyway. But a lot of humans seek connection even if they have reasons not to. Like, it's still implanted in your brain, even if you deny it. Like I said, some conditions might make you not want to seek those connections, but you can still benefit from them. You can still benefit from those. It doesn't make you a bad person, and it doesn't make you weak. It's that attention, or more like connection, is a human need. And that is because your body knows that it's for survival. We don't need that in our society, so we fight it, and that is fine, but that can lead to some bad feelings. Because your brain knows that it's not good for your survival, so it sends signals to make you feel bad when you're alone. That's a little bit like that's kind of true. It's not based in science, but it's like it makes sense to think that your brain doesn't want you to be alone because it thinks you need to survive. Do you know what I mean? Like, your instinct is still there even if you're safe in your apartment right now, you know? I think I'm gonna have enough for the scrubby after all, which I'm happy about because I like scrub. Okay, we're gonna hold on. I'm just giving my email address. And what the fudge? He actually already knows my email address. He's been transferring me every month for rent. Why is he asking? That's my last roommate that I'm talking about. Shit. Anyway. Vouch for. Okay. Okay, I still need more because this is a little bit small. Alright, I'm gonna have to go now. Because it's getting to be a little bit late. I've been live for 2 hours almost. I wanna be just like packing more stuff, but I wanna thank you all for watching. I was rambling and misspeaking about languages, and that's just because I really wasn't able to find a way that worked to explain things. But in the end, I think I got it. Like, French from France uses more concepts than actions in the way they speak. They speak more conceptually than we do. And in English, you can mess up the word order and people still understand you. Maybe in an academic context, you'll still get told off, but most of the time, like, you speak to a person and they don't make a fuss, but in French, a lot of people do still, which it's my language, so I'm not gonna bitch too much, although I have a lot of grievances with French. Regardless, thank you all for watching, and have a super good day, and take care of yourselves, please. Bye-bye.